Welcome back everyone to Playing on the J-File, the program where I look at some of my classic games as well as games I've played against notable opponents. Today is the 29th anniversary of my Accidental Brilliancy. It was played February 2nd, 1997 at the Marshall Chess Club in New York City. I was white in this position, my opponent was black. Take a second, look at the position, see what you would have played if you were white. I will pause the video and you can take as long as you'd like. Don't worry, I'll be here when you get back. Okay, you're back. I hope you paused the video and looked at it right now. What I looked at was my opponent's knight on d4 seems very active. Wasn't so crazy about that. So I'm thinking, maybe I should play knight takes d4 and get rid of that active knight. But that would lose pretty much immediately because black has bishop takes h3, hitting my rook on f1, and I'm going to lose material. So that is not going to work. So I kept looking. Now, it turns out the position is better for white right here. The correct move, which perhaps you saw, is rook over to g2. If I play rook g2, white is doing well, doing just fine. But this knight on d4 bothered me, so let me tell you what I played. Let me get back into the position here, and we'll get the view, and get back into chess base, the notation. Okay, I play c3 right there. There you go. c3, because I figure I got to get rid of that knight. I thought, hey, this looks like a good move. That knight on d4 is going to have to move. But lo and behold, it's a blunder. I actually, when I looked at this game afterwards, I thought, wow, it's either a brilliant diversionary sacrifice or a terrible blunder. And it turns out maybe just a little bit of both. Because black can play. Actually, let's call up the engine right here. I mean, get the engine's thoughts on the matter because this does get pretty crazy. Okay, so here we have it. I play c3, and I've turned a position where white is winning into an equal one. All right, so black simply can play. He can take the b3 pawn either way. Knight takes b3 or bishop takes b3. And either way he takes it, he's worse. That's the strange thing. I left a pawn up for grab. It was a pawn drop, but if he takes the pawn, he's worse. The correct move for him is simply knight takes f5. Engine says the position is equal. I would play bishop takes f5 and so forth. That is a dead equal position. So instead, black plays knight takes b3. He takes the offered pawn, and as you can see, or if you can't see, the engine now says that white is clearly better. And let's just take a look at what would have happened if he played bishop takes b3. White plays queen g4, very quickly gets an attack both along the g-file after I put one of my rooks on the g-file, plus there's weakness on this diagonal for black, which seems kind of hard to believe considering he does have a queen on the diagonal. But no, I've got a bishop backing up my queen, combining with throwing a rook on the g-file, and white is clearly winning from this position. Strange stuff. We'll take a look. Black plays knight b5. This is the engine line. White plays rook g2. That gets exclamation. Why not? I'm giving him out. I can give an exclamation, and this line never happened anyway. Black plays knight takes c3, and I play queen g3 with a nasty threat of knight h6. That's really an exclamation mark there. Knight h6. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about, well, actually, of course, it is not yet white's move, but that's a threat. Knight h6. If I play knight h6, discovered attack on the queen. Plus, like we said before, very big attack along the g-file. But the move that black played was knight takes b3. I replied, queen h5 check. This gets a double exclam, right? We're doing some good stuff here. We're ignoring all this. I've given up a pawn. Now I'm going in for the kill on the black king. King moves king g8, and now this is really nice stuff. Knight h6 check. What kind of witchcraft is this? I don't know. Black plays g takes h6. The better move for him was rook takes h6. But even after rook takes h6, white is still better. White plays bishop takes e6 check. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes h6. G takes h6. And then at this point, actually, white is winning here, but there is a mistake. If I play rook takes f6, no good. The position is immediately equal with queen h3 check. That is a perpetual check draw. Okay, this line did not happen. Instead, after knight h6 check, black takes back with the pawn instead of the rook. And then I play rook g1 check. Black plays bishop g7. He's got to cover up. And now, brace yourself for this. That's right. It's rook takes g7 check. I was down material, and I give more material. So now, if you're keeping score, I've sacked a pawn, a knight, and now the exchange. All because I blundered the b3 pawn. Black plays king takes g7. Now, of course, the point of c3 is apparent. The black knight no longer covering e6. It's unable, black is not able to play queen takes g7 instead of king takes g7 because I'll play bishop takes e6. What happens now? Rook g2 check. Black plays king f8. White plays bishop takes h6 check. Black takes rook takes h6 check. After queen takes h6 check, this is simply clearly winning. Nothing left to see here. It was my Accidental Brilliancy played 29 years ago today at the Marshall Chess Club in New York City. That's today's show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it's playing on the J File. Like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.